This week's podcast is actually an interview that I did while working on a documentary on soccer here in Miami with the owners of Urban Indoor Football. For those of you who don't know, Urban Indoor Football is closing today, and I just thought this would be an excellent way to highlight them and thank them for everything that they've done for the culture of soccer here in Miami, and for me personally. My kids grew up playing there. I've had some of the best memories in terms of soccer that I could think of there. And I think one thing I mentioned in the interview that when you're in Urban, it feels like soccer in Miami. But I actually think it might be the other way around. I think soccer in Miami might feel like Urban because they've helped create the culture of soccer here in Miami, brick by brick, literally. Miami is one of the few places in the world where you can come here in the summer and see some of the biggest stars from all across the world playing pickup with even regular people at Urban Indoor. So while they're here on vacation enjoying the city, they have somewhere to play, and that's why they stay here. And that's why, because they have everything. They have everything they could ever want in one place. It's a perfect summer, and you can continue to play soccer at the coolest place in the world. Urban Indoor. So I just wanted to tell them thank you. I wanted to highlight this interview in its entirety because in the documentary it would only been pieces, so I thought it would be a great podcast, especially because it's the last day. So thank you, Urban. Here's the interview. Here's what they had to say, and I hope to see much more from them in the future. We're doing Footballer's Diary Miami. We're here in the home of soccer in Miami, Urban Indoor Football, with the two creators themselves. We're going to talk a little bit about their story and about the story of Urban, which is the story of soccer here in Miami. How are you doing today, guys?
Excellent, very good.
Always good, sir. Soccer is life.
Soccer is life. Soccer is life. And guys, can you tell me a little bit, let's go back up before you, when you first came here to Miami, what was the soccer scene?
Well, I got here in 1998, and obviously at this time, I was playing, the only place I was playing football was on the beach because we were not allowed to play in the park because they belong to schools. So they were really kicking us out. And so we were mostly playing on the beach mostly every day.
Like beach soccer every day?
Beach soccer every day. That was the only place where they allowed us to play.
And at the time, the strikers were here, right? So there was a professional scene, but was there, in your experience, what was the local scene of soccer?
Well, I mean, this time, 1998, I just got here. Mm-hmm. I was not even focused on about this. I was just focused on me playing soccer.
Having fun.
And I was not even, I had Marseille in my head, but the striker is not yet.
Okay. And so you get here, there's not a big soccer scene, you're getting kicked out everywhere. Is that how you're like, okay, let me start my own?
Well, yes, later on, when this happened, when I started to have the idea, that was in 2004. And yes, been kicking out all over. And it came to me this idea of actually, I'm going to do my own thing.
Right.
Because nobody's going to kick me out of my place.
Right.
So that's where the idea started.
Right. And so so initially it was just you and your friends that were coming to your place?
Well, at the beginning, yes. We're organizing very, very early game. At 3 o'clock, it was only us. We were not expecting this craziness.
Right.
And actually, we were open 24/7 because we had to answer the big demand that we had, mm-hmm. From super early to 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. This is back in 2007. We were the first indoor soccer place in Miami.
First, number one.
First, in 2007. Then after, pop up all over. But since 2007, we're still here, and we're growing.
That's it, man. What have you noticed as far as changes for soccer in Miami? Do you feel like the level is improved? Do you feel like it's a different scene than when you started?
Well, yes, definitely improved. Yes, kids, more and more people playing. When you have small-sided field, it's easy for everybody to play. Even if you don't know to play, you're going to touch the ball. If you go on big field 11-11, they're not going to pass you the ball.
Right.
But you can tell the difference. For instance, we're organizing pickup
So the Saturday morning is very big. We used to have like mid-30s to mid-40s people.
Right.
Now, you should have seen last Saturday, you have all kind of ages. So he's right. You have a younger crowd coming
Yeah.
to play pickup now.
Right.
For sure. I mean, I noticed the difference really. So.
Right, and that's kind of how like everyone talks about Europe being a higher level. Well, it comes from pickup, right?
It comes from pickup. Definitely, this is exactly what it is. You know, like I remember us from school, you know, going in France. After school, it was very easy. It was like 4 o'clock, you finish a game. Or you have training, or you just throw your backpack and you go play.
Yeah.
Until you don't stop. Like in 5 hours, if you have to play 5 hours. That's the thing here in the US. You can't do that.
No.
Well, the thing is,
Sadly.
so when I met him, I think it was that way because I was in food and beverage, right? So I got kicked out from Flamingo Park when I was working on Lincoln Road every week. We even bought some PVC tube to make the goalie. By the time we finished setting the goalie, the cops will come in, and you just spend an hour for no reason. But then another French guy told me one day at the hotel I was working that, hey, you're from Marseille. There's a Marseille supporter that opened a place. I closed down the laptop and I went to introduce myself. The day after, I was receiving texts regarding game, which when we left France, you didn't have any indoor place.
Right.
So for me, it was the best text ever. So
Yeah.
But before the kids, I used to play probably 6 times a week at his place. Yeah, in Midtown. Midtown. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's how it
At the old
started.
building, yeah. So okay, so now you got it started. It's popular. How have you gotten all of these like interesting people, and what do you think draws people to Urban? Like, because man, you've had some of the best players in the world here, some of the best local people. If you're a player from Miami, you've been here. You know, if you haven't, you're probably not a good player.
I mean, so that was his business model, the pickup game. But I think we're the only, I guess, owner that actually are active on every chat.
Right.
So when people come in, we take pride by doing, even if it's different age, different athleticism, we take pride in making game constant, and we make sure that it's not just me throwing bits
Yeah.
at you and you do the team.
Yeah.
So I guess they see that we are like passionate, so they're gonna bring their friend, then the friend of their friend, then all of a sudden you have the soccer star coming in. Because even if they want to organize a game, we're gonna pick and choose the player that can play against these people without getting hurt or anything like this. You know?
Right.
So I think that it's all started like this. Yes, it's the pickup game at the end.
Yeah, I agree. And also there's something like Julian is very social, and I think I am too. And so we're very close to everybody.
Yeah.
We know everybody by name.
Yeah.
We know them all. And,
Like family.
And it's like family. Like we say hi and we say bye. You know, it's not like, okay, you come, you pay, you leave. We don't.
Yeah.
We care.
Right.
And that's why we've been in business, I guess, for 16 years.
Yeah.
We're the first place, and we're still here after 16 years. And the place is growing and growing and growing, and
It is what it is
That's
now.
it.
Yeah.
You can ask them. We even ask the group to put ourselves on their pickup.
Right.
Because that way we see it, we
Uh-huh.
anticipate, but that's the way it is. I mean, that's our specialty, I guess.
Yeah.
So
Like
I
that
think we're known
personal
for this.
touch.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, you organize game like in school.
Yeah.
So
And one thing that, like, when I've been doing this research on Miami and soccer, and one thing that people talk about is that it's almost like a mini World Cup in Miami, where like Argentine wants to play Colombians, and and you see that in Urban, right? Like they'll schedule these games. Is that unique to Miami? Like, what do you guys think about that? Like these little mini World Cups, like people from neighborhoods and different ethnicities and countries that get together and make a game, and you have a lot of them here at Urban.
yeah, we do organize a lot of pickup games like this. We have a lot of people here people coming from all over. We have people coming from Boca, from Homestead. We're in the middle, and when I say sometimes people are saying, it's a little bit far, but those people from West Palm Beach, they come here too.
Yeah.
And they come like 2-3 times a week. So I have no complaint. And so like for example, we have a team. They're from Bolivia, and every Tuesday they play against from France.
Right.
And then the week after I put them against a Colombian team, and this creates something. They like earlier I had the text, and they're like, oh, last week the French they beat us by 1, so tomorrow 7 make sure
Rematch.
they come
Rematch.
and rematch.
Yeah.
And it's all friendly. There's
Yeah. It makes a nice community.
Yes.
Yeah, and you guys also host a lot of international games, viewing parties. One that was really nice was the
Don't tell me a World Cup final, please.
No, not that one. No. The game versus Morocco.
Oh, yeah.
You know, that was very special, right? Because, you know, you guys, sometimes it's certain things in soccer become a bit political, right? But it was like, no, we're all coming together. Man, you guys, like everybody, Urban's a family, and there's a lot of different backgrounds, and it was really special and nice.
Yeah, it's true. Like this game was for us was really special. You know, France and Morocco has always been like brother countries, and actually, you know, from where we're coming in France, we know that Morocco is
family.
Family, and that's it. Yeah, and that's why this game was very special for us, because of course we're rooting for France, but Morocco, if Morocco will win, you know, we'll go all the way for them.
Yeah, that's nice.
And to go back to the pickup game and the efforts, we could have chosen an outdoor place, but we never wanted it. You know, we chose an indoor place because, like you just mentioned earlier, you don't cancel a game. So the people that are coming from West Palm Beach, they are coming, but they're going to play an hour here. There's no surprise, the game is canceled because of bad weather. So this is a reason why we really wanted an indoor place. You know, that's because if not, it would be too difficult to organize. You know. Well.
No, absolutely. And it's so Urban also feels like Miami, right? It doesn't feel like LA. It doesn't feel like you know, even France. It feels like Miami, right? How is it the artists that you guys have brought in, or how is it just natural? Did you guys make an effort to have this feeling?
I mean, this part we had thought about it, like the cage thing. The rest, I think, to go back to whatever Mike said, it's we social and we just make sure that we know everyone. That's the thing, because I think it's not. I'm not giving you a speech. I think it makes the difference.
Yeah.
When Mike was busy back in 2007, I used to play other place, and it's not the same.
It's not the same.
Yeah,
like even when you go to other places, like they don't feel like this. Like the art, like the feeling when you come in here, the people are here. Like it feel like you get a feeling like this is Miami soccer. This is what it's supposed to look like, supposed to feel like. Can you guys tell us any your favorite memories or stories that you've had here from Urban?
Well, I mean, we have lots, you know, like all those famous people that came here and they've been like super friendly. Like, you know, Ribéry came here many times, extremely friendly, even though like some people, they like, oh yeah, no. He has a big heart, and he's coming from the street, and we matched perfectly here, and it was amazing with everybody. When Zlatan came, it was the same story, you know, people talking like, you know, it's always the people talking. If you don't meet him, you don't know.
Exactly.
He was super friendly, even though we're Marseille fan, he's more like he was PSG, but still, it was amazing.
Yeah.
So this is like something that really people here, when they met Pogba and also Mamadou Niang and Souleymane Diawara, when they all came here, it was.
But there's few things. I mean, the nicest memory was at Midtown when Mike had me play with Francescoli and with Djokovic. With Djokovic and Francescoli, I was like a kid. Then we had an event with Bayern Munich that we didn't know ahead of time was showing up. Then all of a sudden, Robben coming. I mean, James as well, but for us it's more Robben.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
It was amazing. And also the fact that sometimes you put an international soccer star playing, but you don't say anything to the player. They just walk around. It's like, oh my God, this guy is playing. You know, that was a funny thing. So, like last time Pogba was around, he went to play outside.
Yeah.
The player didn't realize it was him until he started playing with the ball. You know.
Yeah.
So
and he played normal with them. And it was like,
that's crazy.
So that's always nice to see that you don't tell him anything. And we play with Edgar Davids too.
Edgar Davids,
it's
special.
What a player! Yeah, what a player.
The Marley family. I mean, all the famous like artists, actors.
Yeah, there's been so many.
Idris Elba. I played with Idris Elba at Midtown.
Really?
Yeah. Back in the day.
And famous Spanish Ricardo Arjona
Yeah.
came here to play too. I mean, I can't even have so many.
Man, that's crazy. So, what is your hopes for soccer in Miami, for Urban? What do you think is the future?
The stadium should be closer, first of all. The one from Inter Miami. For us here is just creating more pickup, you know, and we constantly fixing things now, you know. So if we can organize more pickup, we organize more pickup because we want to be known for this.
Yeah.
You know, like if you want to play 7 days a week, well, you know where to find us. That's all, you know.
Right.
No, I mean the stadium is. I mean, it's a bit far. It would be nice to have a bigger stadium.
Yeah, something
and,
closer.
Yeah.
I mean, and if we have something to say, something to change in soccer in the US, talking, is to go the up and down.
Yeah, relegation and promotion.
Relegation and promotion.
Yeah.
This is the main. This is what's going to change football in the
It will.
US.
I believe
and
it.
that's
It breaks your heart sometimes because there's a relegation, but it puts joy to your heart when there's a promotion.
Right.
And yet,
Right, and fans get behind a team in the second, third, or you
Yeah,
guys know in
yes.
France, 4th, 5th division, because you know your team can one day be there.
Yeah.
But here in the United States, it's hard to get behind a USL2 team or something like that because there's no chance for them.
No, I think he's right. That's the major
I
change.
agree.
Yeah.
I agree. Well, guys, thank you so much.
No, please.
We, if you're in Miami, if you've played soccer in Miami, you've definitely played here or been here. We appreciate you guys. We want to tell you guys thank you. You guys have really brought a spotlight to soccer in Miami, and you guys have changed the landscape for soccer in Miami. So we appreciate
Thank you
guys.
so much.
Thank you.
Thank you very
Thank you so
much.
much.
Thank you for
Thank you.
everything.